Hello. Sir, at the what is your full name, please?
Fernando Lopez.
All right. So, Mr. Lopez, it looks like you have new charges of from let's see.
If you stay in stick it, we should find it.
All right. Looks like you had one case that was already pending, and then you were charged with new charges once you left court. One case was from February 16th, 2025 for a domestic violence failure to comply with the court order, domestic violence threats and intimidation, domestic violence disorderly conduct, domestic violence assault. You also have a domestic violence failure to comply with the court order from February 21st of 2025, domestic violence failure to comply with the court order from March 18th of 2025, a domestic violence failure to comply with the court order from January 13th of 2025. You're going to enter please, not guilty. Set your, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500 cash. You're not allowed to have any contact with refugio. Don't call that person, see that person, can't go to where that person lives, commit no further acts of domestic violence. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your next hearing date is going to be May 28th at 1:45 p.m. And your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you. I understand that Antonio Sutherland is refusing.
Yes, sir.
I'll continue to tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
And sir, at the jail, what is your full name, please?
Hi, Your Honor. My name is Spencer Lloyd Tuttle,
You're charged,
Tuttl.
you're charged with one count of domestic violence endangerment, domestic violence conduct. The alleged incident date was from April 13th, 2025. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. I see you already have a pending case that you were just in court on for a DUI on
Yes,
April
Your Honor.
28th of 2025. I am going to, let's see, hold on a second.
Am I allowed to say anything about that?
Oh, wait.
Looks like you're in custody on a domestic violence aggravated assault in justice court. And the case involves, not sure who the victim of that, the elected is the same. Okay,
Yeah, it's the one case.
hold on. I
Sorry.
don't want to hear what's happened. So it looks like it involves the same person. And you were arrested on that justice court case on May 18th, 2025. It's a felony matter. All right, I'm not really sure what's going on, but now you have this charge from April 13th, 2025.
It's the same one.
All right. So it looks like they've charged you with misdemeanors. That felony charge is just a one count of aggravated assault. This new one involves simple domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct, and endangerment. So they've also charged misdemeanor matters. So looks like you're in custody on that matter. So your bond is set at $2,500. You're not allowed to have any contact with Bertha. Don't call her, don't see her, don't write to her, don't text her, don't go to where she lives. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence, possess no firearms, city public defenders appointed. Your next hearing date is going to be in city court, June 4th at 1:30. Actually, I'm sorry, not 1:30. June 4th? Yeah, at 1:30 p.m. Thank you. Your team will be in touch with you to let you know what's going on.
So I just need the 2,500 to bond out, though?
For this misdemeanor case, and I don't know what your bond is on your, it looks like your bond, you're being held on a $20,000 bond for that case.
Okay, those were all, that was small.
All separate cases. You can talk to your attorney about it. Thank you.
Thanks, Your Honor.
What is your full name? Oh, sorry. What is your full name, please? You're charged with one count of criminal trespass in a third degree. I'm an inner plea of not guilty. Need to let you know you have a right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney if the state's asking for any jail time. At this time, they're not asking for jail. So I am going to release you on this case. You've got to make sure you appear at your next hearing date on July 1st at 9 a.m. in city court. If you do not appear, a new charge of failure to appear could be added to your case and a warrant could issue for your arrest.
Judge,
Um,
I'm from New Mexico. I'm from New Mexico.
okay, so you can appear
I
by
live in
video.
Albuquerque. By video?
Hold on, Ms.
It-
Mortimer, you can appear by video. Thank you. I'll allow you to live in New Mexico.
Thank you.
If you don't appear, a warrant will issue.
I live in. I get the paperwork to take when I go?
Yes, ma'am, you will.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'll be on TV in court, right?
Sounds good.
You may appear by
Thank
video, yes.
Thank you. How do I? I don't. I got nowhere to go when you read it to me. I got nowhere to go.
I'm sorry.
You got it?
Over.
I don't got nowhere to go.
Your Honor, this is a Spanish court interpreter.
Yes.
Can we check with the jail if there's any Spanish speakers?
Yep, in a moment. Hold on. Sir, at the
Thank
jail,
you.
what is your full name, please?
William Nathaniel Holloway III.
All right, looks like you got charged with a simple charge of assault. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty and order that you have no contact with the victim involved in this case. I see you're being held on a felony. I will release you on this misdemeanor case only. Your next court date is going to be in Justice Court, June 5th at 8:30 a.m. And I'll let Justice Court know that you're currently in custody on a felony matter. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, no contact with the victim. Thank you. You're
Thank-
excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Are there any Spanish-speaking defendants?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Spanish interpreter, you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good night.
What is your full name, sir?
Daniel Arnold Bayless.
Mr. Bayless, you're charged with interfering with a judicial proceeding charge. I'm an inner plea of not guilty. Mr. Bayless, I need to let you know, you cannot have any contact with the victim. You cannot go to their property, talk to the person, do not throw things onto that person's property. Stay away from your neighbor. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
No contact with that individual. June 5th at 8:30 a.m. is your next court date in Justice Court. I'm going to allow you to be released on the condition that you don't violate those conditions. If you don't appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Door. Fisher. Out the door. Out the door. Fisher. Fisher.
What is your full name, please?
Jose Antonio Fernandez Fisher. Your Honor.
Fisher, looks like you had a warrant that the jail found for your arrest for a driving on suspended license case. I'm going to quash the warrant. I'm going to release you. You're not allowed to drive without a valid license. Your next court date is going to be in Justice Court, June 5th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. If you do not, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You also had a misdemeanor warrant for your arrest for criminal trespass that's been pending in city court. That case has been pending since April 13th of 2020. Sir, you have to appear in court. This case will never go away until you appear on your own. I'm going to allow you to be released. You must appear in city court July 7th, 2025 at 2:00 p.m. If you don't appear, another warrant is going to issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're excused. Thank you.
Go. Donna.
What is your full name, please?
Abel Jacob Tona.
All right, Mr. Tona, it looks like you are charged with disobeying a court order. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Hold on a second. So it looks like you're not supposed to be at 11410 South Anna Marie Drive. Do you understand, sir?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to order that you have no contact with the individual that lives there. Your grandmother. Can't call her, can't talk to her, can't see her. Stay away from her, sir.
Wait.
Hold on a second. Let me type the address on your paperwork. You're not allowed to go to her property, sir. Stay away from your grandmother. I'm going to allow you to be released. Your next court date's in Justice Court, June 5th at 8:30 a.m. If you don't appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes, you. Thank you.
Carol.
What is your full name, sir?
Biddy Carol. Biddy Carol.
Mr. Carroll, looks like you had 1, 2, 3, 4 cases in warrant status out of city court for charges involving, one case involved shoplifting and drug paraphernalia. One case was being on a sidewalk. One case involved a dog biting, attempting to bite another dog maybe. And then a fourth case for animal biting incident. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. The shoplifting case goes back to January 9th of 2023. The other cases, three cases in warrant status are all in since 2024. It looks like you just don't bother to show up for court every time you're released. Your bond is set at $500. City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. I'll set your next hearing date in City Court, June 3rd, 2025 at 1:45 p.m. And your attorney will be in touch with you. You are excused. Thank you.
Party. Okay. What's up? Yeah.
What
Out
is
the
your
door.
name, please?
Ryan Charles Carty.
Are charged with 1 count of domestic violence assault. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. I'm willing to allow you to be released, but you're not allowed to have any contact with Rebecca. Do you understand?
Yes.
Don't call her, don't see her, don't talk to her, don't social media her, stay away from her. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Your next court date is going to be in City Court, July 1st, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. You must be present, sir. If you're not present, a warrant will issue for your arrest, and a new charge of failing to appear could be added to your case. You're excused. Thank you.
Felix.
What is your full name, please?
Cassandra Aidan Felix.
All right, looks like a complaint was filed against you for 1 charge of contributing to delinquency of a minor charge and domestic violence endangerment. The alleged incident date was on April 6th of 2024. Then you had a separate case for domestic violence disorderly conduct, domestic violence assault. From today's date, I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. And then you had a third case where you didn't show up for court for a domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct, domestic violence criminal damage. The alleged incident date was from February 2nd of 2023. I'm going to quash that warrant. Set your bond at $1,000. Commit no further acts of domestic violence. Appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next hearing date is going to be in City Court, June 4th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. You are excused. Thank you.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
I'm here on behalf of Cassandra Felix.
Oh, yes. You want to be heard?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
I just want to say that I've been unemployed for like 3 months, and we had a couple drinks and things got out of hand, but I'm hoping that she can be released and so she can come home. We have a 2-month-old baby that really needs her here at the house, and we're trying to work things out. I'm currently enrolled in AA in a group meeting for stopping alcohol. So I'm going to try to quit alcohol and try to prevent all this from further happening.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, so Is she going to be released?
No, she's not. She has a case from 2000, domestic violence case 2023, a domestic violence case 2024, and now she picked up a new charge from today's date. Her bond is $1,000. And Miss Felix, if you post a bond, you must appear in court June 4th at 1:30 p.m. Your city public defender's
Okay.
office is appointed to represent you. You are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hernandez.
What is your full name, please?
Hernandez.
What's your middle name?
Juan.
All right, so it looks like you have two separate cases. One case is a DUI reckless driving charge from yesterday's date. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. You also picked up new charges from today's date: domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal damage, 3 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Pretrial services did a background check on you. You have a 5 of 6 and 4 of 6. It says that you have a pending case, domestic violence from 2011 that's in city court. I'm not sure what's happening there. Because of the DUI case and the separate charge of domestic violence, the DUI is from allegedly yesterday and the domestic violence is from today. I'm going to set your bond at $500 secured, appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. Your next hearing date is going to be on June 4th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. You are excused. Thank you.
Foley,
Thank you. Thank you. Good.
What is your full name, please?
Victor Holly Miranda.
Looks like the jail found a warrant for your arrest out of city court for a shoplifting case that's been pending since May 1st of 2022. I see you're being held on a felony matter. On this misdemeanor case, I'll quash the warrant, release you, appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. Your next hearing date in city court is going to be July 18th at 9 a.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you.
Philly.
What is your full name, sir?
Mahmoud Khalil.
Mr. Khalil, you picked up new charges of 2 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I see you already have the same similar charges pending in city court from April 10th of 2025. You've already been seen by a judge for that matter. Let's see, hold on a second. All right, so Mr. Khalil, if I release you, you're not allowed to have any contact with Melissa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's going to be a condition to allow you to be released. Don't have any contact with her. Don't call her. Don't see her. You can't go back to the residence location. You may go back one time with a police escort to get your personal belongings. So I'm willing to allow you to be released, but you just cannot have contact with Melissa. I'll allow you to be released. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your next court date is going to be in city court, June 12th at 9 a.m. for both of your cases. Make sure you appear in court, sir. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't have contact with your wife.
I want.
You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
McFarland.
What is your full name, please?
Mark Anthony McFarland Bell.
You're charged with 1 count of domestic violence disorderly conduct, 1 charge of disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Sir, I'm willing to allow you to be released, but you cannot have any contact with your neighbor Wadi. Do you understand?
Okay.
Don't call him. Don't talk to him. Don't approach him. Stay away from his apartment location.
Well, I live next door.
Understand?
So-
I'm telling you not to go to his apartment. Don't gesture towards him. Ignore him. Do you understand?
Yeah,
Do not commit to any further acts of domestic violence and do not pick up any new charges. I will release you. Your next court date is going to be in city court, July 1st at 1:30 p.m. If you don't appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rivera.
What is your full name, please?
Angel Rivera.
What is your middle name?
Angel.
You're charged with a new charge of criminal trespass in a second degree. I'm an inner plea of not guilty. You also had a warrant for your arrest for a charge of assault, shoplifting, and drug paraphernalia. That case has been pending since April 8th of 2025. Mr. Rivera, if I release you, you must appear in court to resolve your cases. Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to allow you to be released. Don't go back to 6100 South 12th Avenue. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your next hearing date's July 18th at 9 a.m. I see you're being held on another case, so I'm willing to let you be released. I'll appoint an attorney to help you resolve your misdemeanor cases. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You're excused. Thank you.
Further space it up.
What is your full name, please?
Heidi Caroline. I'm sorry, I have laryngitis. Heidi Caroline Gray.
All right. Looks like you have three charges of assault, sorry, and one charge of criminal trespass. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Ms. Very, I'm willing to let you be released, but you are not allowed to go back to Tucson Mall at 4500 North Oracle Road. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do not go back to that mall location. I see you have two other cases pending in city court. You cannot pick up new charges, ma'am. You've got to make sure you're abiding by the law. Don't have contact with the victims that were involved in this newest case. All three cases are set for court on July 1st at 9 a.m. in city court. You must appear. If you do not, warrants will issue for your arrest. You are
Thank you, Your Honor.
excused. Thank you. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Come on, man. Let's go.
I wonder
We going home.
Wait.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep. We're here.
There-
Uh-oh. Speak.
Judge Carter Santini here.
Thank you. Good evening. Sir, at the Pima County Jail, what is your full name, please?
Martin Valenzuela Lopez.
You are charged with failure to remain at a scene of an accident involving death and one charge of a misdemeanor DUI charge. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I'll hear from your attorney. Mr. Hotchkiss?
Yes, Your Honor. Good evening. First of all, the state's requesting a $250,000 bond. While it's not charged this way yet, this is really a vehicular homicide based on the information in the interim complaint. So I anticipate that there will be probably a manslaughter charge or something more serious than that added in due course. For those reasons, given the facts as alleged, the nature of what occurred, Your Honor, we think $250,000 is appropriate. Thank you.
Defense counsel?
Judge, Mr. Lopez has indicated to me that he hired private counsel who I believe is attempting to be present for this hearing. Can we continue this just to the end of the calendar? If he's not present, I'm fine to cover. I don't know if he's got in contact with court staff.
He's not. There's been no notice of appearance filed.
Well, then I can cover for purposes of this hearing, Judge. Weighing towards Mr. Lopez's release, Judge, he is a 1-1 on both the NCA and the FTA scale. He's a lifelong Tucsonan with full-time employment. He does have verified third-party custody, and he has no criminal history. I think also weighing towards his release, Judge, is indicated in the interim complaint. Mr. Lopez was the one who called 911 himself, which kind of indicates, some responsibility and his, willingness to face accountability for this within the courts of law. If you're not inclined to release him, Judge, we would ask for a substantially reduced bond from that, something closer to $1,100, given the lack of criminal history and the factors I laid out before.
Mr. Lopez, because of the alleged facts in this case, the bond is set at $250,000. You are not allowed to have any contact with the family of the victim. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. If you're able to post that bond, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services. You must comply with any monitored treatment they recommend. If you were to get out of custody, you cannot drink any alcohol, cannot take any illegal drugs, you cannot drive without a valid license. Your preliminary hearing is June 5th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. You are excused. Thank you.
Ochoa.
What is your full name, sir?
Jorge Ochoa Nava, hoy United States.
I'll waive reading of the complaint. I'll enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know that you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Hotchkiss?
Yes, Your Honor, we are requesting a $10,000 bond in lieu of an Article 2 no bond hold. It appears that Mr. Ochoa Navarro is before the court on new allegations that are similar to conduct that he is on release for. Thank you.
Defense counsel?
I think at a certain point, the jail should put a window at the jail for these types of cases when they're released. We'd be asking for a substantially lower bond of $1,100.
Mr. Ochoa Nava, your bond is set at $10,000. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. June 5th, 1:30 is your preliminary hearing. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your full name, please.
Kobe Ethan Castillo.
You are charged with a felony criminal damage charge and unlawful possession of marijuana. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation. Mr. Hotchkiss?
Yes, Your Honor, we are requesting a $7,500 bond based on the fact that Mr. Castillo has a prior DUI conviction and seems to have not quite learned his lesson about drinking and driving. Thank you.
Mr. Defense counsel?
Judge, we'd be asking for Mr. Castillo's release to pretrial services this evening. Weighing towards his release, he has no felony history. In his prior DUI matter from 2021, he completed probation with that. It looks successfully to me. That indicates that he is amendable to supervision. He's a 3 and 3 on both scales. He's lived in Tucson with 14 years, and he does have housing and full-time employment. If you're not inclined to release him, Judge, we would ask for a much more reasonable bond of $1,100, given his indigency and the factors I listed before.
Mr. Castillo, your bond set at $5,000 plus release to pretrial services. If you're able to post that bond, you must comply with any monitor treatment they recommend. If you're able to post that bond, you are not allowed to drink any alcohol or take any illegal drugs. You're not allowed to drive without a valid license. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. June 5th, 1:30 is your preliminary hearing. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You're excused. Thank you.
That's so.
Benson. In the chair.
What is your full name, ma'am?
Wanda Faye Denson.
You have 2 separate felony charges: possession of narcotic drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia, and that's from today's date. And then you have a separate charge for promoting prison contraband. That's from today's date. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Need to let you know that you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. The prosecutor's office is okay with your release to the supervision of pretrial services. I am going to follow that recommendation and release you to their supervision. You must comply with any monitor treatment as directed by pretrial services. While on release status, you are not allowed to drink any alcohol or take any illegal drugs, and you certainly cannot be in possession of any illegal drugs. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set June 16th at 1:30 p.m. Stay in touch with your attorney. You also had a misdemeanor case for a warrant for your arrest out of justice court for a possession of a drug paraphernalia charge from May 12th of 2023. I'm going to quash the warrant. I'm going to release you, give you a chance to appear on your own in justice court, June 5th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. Ma'am, you've got to show up in court. If you don't appear, another warrant's going to issue for your arrest. You are excused. Thank you.
I'm going.
Hidalgo. Go out the door, miss.
What is your full name, please?
Luis Hidalgo.
What's your middle name?
Luis Pablo.
You are charged with 2 counts of second-degree burglary, unlawful possession of burglary tools, and unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. The prosecutor's office is asking that you be held without bond pursuant to the Arizona Constitution, which states that if you have a pending felony and you're arrested on new felony charges, you're not entitled to bond. Defense counsel?
Judge, I just note over my objection. I don't think I have any arguments to release it when they do that.
Thank you. Mr. Hidalgo, you're going to be held without bond. Your first hearing is called a no bond hearing on May 30th, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Your preliminary hearing is set June 5th at 1:30 p.m. You are not allowed to have any contact with the victims in this case or go back to that residence location. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you. You're excused.
Lewis.
What is your full name, please?
Benjamin Miguel Lewis.
You had a warrant for your arrest, a felony warrant for your arrest for unlawful flight from a pursuing law enforcement vehicle. The alleged incident date was from September 26th of 2022. The case is pending out of Benson Justice Court. I'm going to quash the warrant, enter pleas of not guilt, a plea of not guilty. Benson Court is asking that you be held on a $50,000 bond. Defense counsel?
I did prison time for this already.
You don't have to worry that.
Excuse me? I did prison time.
So, Judge, it looking at his criminal history and looking at the release dates and everything that's going on here, it looks like he was incarcerated when this warrant issued. Has never been arrested in this warrant before and has no criminal history since this time in 2022. So I think, it looks as though he does have employment now. Things are turning around. So I believe if we release him to pretrial services, give him a chance to go down to Benson to kind of wrap this up on his own. I believe it's all sort of the same incident. So it's the same incident date that he went to jail on, or he went to federal prison for. And it's the same incident date in this case. So we'd be asking for his release of pretrial services to make his own way to deal with this warrant. If you're not inclined, Judge, we'd ask for a much more reasonable bond of $11,000.
I'm also in sober living. I've been sober this whole time. I've been working. I have been out of trouble. And this just popped up right here. I didn't even know about it, or I would have took care of it. I'm in touch with my probation officer every week. I'm faithfully up there. I have not missed a drop or UA. I've done everything I needed to do. I have no idea this warrant was even impossible if my federal probation officer didn't even know about it.
All right, Mr. Lewis, I'm sorry, but that jurisdiction wants you held. I have to honor their request. It's $50,000. You'll have a review hearing June 9th at 9 a.m. and the jail will let Benson know that you're in custody and they can come pick you up. Thank you.
So
Paper.
Loud.
Oh, great. Sir, at the Pima County Jail, what is your full name, please?
Sean Andrew Loud.
You're charged with one count of aggravated DUI. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney, Mr. Hotchkiss.
Yes, Your Honor. We're requesting a $7,500 bond based on the history of DUI and the fact that Mr. Loud appears to be on probation for a misdemeanor DUI. Thank you.
Defense counsel.
Judge, weighing towards Mr. Loud's release to pretrial services, he does have confirmed third-party custody. If we look towards his sole prior felony conviction, he actually successfully completed probation on that, and that was designated a misdemeanor, kind of indicating that he would be a good candidate for supervision. He also, in all of his court dates, I don't see any missed court dates, so that shows that he's not a flight risk. If you are inclined to hold him, Judge, I would ask for a much more reasonable bond of $1,100 given his indigency.
Mr. Loud, because of your misdemeanor DUI arrest history and the fact that you're on probation for a DUI, and this case now involves an aggravated DUI, Your bond is set at $7,500. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. If you're able to post that bond, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services. You must comply with any monitored treatment they recommend. You're not allowed to drive without a valid license. You're not allowed to drink any alcohol or take any illegal drugs. Preliminary hearing is set June 5th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you. You're excused. What is your full name at the jail, please?
Franklin Gabriel T.
You're charged with theft of means of transportation, burglary in third degree, unlawful possession of narcotic drugs for sale, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia, unlawful possession of a dangerous drug for sale, and being a prohibited possessor of a weapon. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearings. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation. Then I will hear from your attorney, Mr. Hotchkiss.
Yes, Your Honor, we are requesting a $15,000 bond based on the substantial criminal history that is before the court with Mr. Tate and the allegations in this new offense. Thank you.
Defense counsel?
Just waiting towards Mr. Tate's release. He does have confirmed third-party custody through his significant other. He's lived in Tucson for 29 years, and he's had no history since 2021. So for those reasons, Judge, those would weigh towards his release. If you're not inclined to release Mr. Tate, we'd ask for a more reasonable bond of $1,100, noting his contingency.
Mr. Tate, your bond is set at $15,000. I will note for a record, the state's alleging that you have at least 9 felony prior convictions. No contact with the alleged victim in this case, possession of firearms or weapons. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set for June 5th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you. You are excused. All parties are excused. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah.